Hello everyone, good morning and assalamu alaikum. Hope you are well. So first of all, I'd like to know how are you today? Can you please type in chat box how are you today? I'd like to see your answer, then we're gonna move forward. So this is the class number 8 and we have gone through 7 classes, right? And I have seen that you have improved a lot. Now you feel like speaking in English. You have got some sort of confidence inside you that if I give you a topic, then you can start speaking. So probably it's not the best way, but still you can, right? So last few classes, we have focused on how to speak or how to give a presentation, and you are doing really well. I appreciate that, whoever submitted your presentation, right? So this is class number 8, right? We have got a few more classes, but I believe that the future upcoming classes, that's going to be awesome because you have already polished your basic English. Now you're gonna have a lot of features of the language, for example, transformation, passive voice, pronunciation, preposition, these sort of things, and it's gonna help you a lot. So, but without this basic stuff, that's not gonna help you a lot. So that's why you have gone through this basic stuff, and every single day I have given you a presentation to improve your fluency, and you did really well, right? So today's class is all about transformation. I didn't mean the transformation of sentence, transformation of anything. I mean the transformation of yourself. That's going to be today's class, right? So who is ready? Please type in the chat box ready. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready to go through today's class. Type in the chat box READY, ready. Okay. So now I can see a few comments. Okay, so I'm also, thank you for responding. Tanya said welcome, thank you for responding. Nayan Khan, thank you for responding. Prince Mithun, thank you. Moshur, thank you. Shishi, thank you. Okay, so next question I'm going to ask you is, how many presentations have you made and submitted to the Facebook group? Type in the chat box. Is it 7? Is it 6? Is it 5? Is it 4? I'd like to check with you. How many presentations have you given and submitted to the Facebook group? So dear students, you know that you will be rewarded if you follow my instruction. If you give 12 presentation, so you're gonna get a certificate, and the certificate that's going to allow you to get the free IELTS course. So if you don't do that, you will not be eligible for free IELTS course. That's the first thing. Second thing is, so the piece of paper, I mean certificate, that's going to validate that you are a serious student, you have done all the classes and you submitted all your homework and you got the certificate, right? And number 3 is you're going to get a class from a native speaker as well. So make sure you submit all your homework to get all of these benefits out of this class. So now, okay, so I can see a lot of comments. Thank you for responding. Wow. So Showrob said 8. I'm not sure, Showrob, what do you mean by 8? Because today's the class number 8. So okay, so anyway. So I said 6, Mustafizur Rahman said 6, Rabbi said 8. Okay, thank you for responding. I'm not sure whether it's 9 class or 8 class. So some of you said you have submitted 8 presentation. Well done, thank you. And who hasn't submitted the homework yet, I would definitely recommend you please submit as soon as possible. So probably you missed 1 or 2, so please do that as soon as possible. Okay. Noyan Khan said, I'll submit another 2 today. Okay, thank you, Noyan. Thank you for responding. So make sure you keep submitting your homework, right? Otherwise, you're gonna miss a lot of benefits. And don't blame us that, okay, I have attended all the classes, but you didn't give us, access to IELTS class. So make sure you follow our rules and regulation, you achieve whatever you want to achieve, and you submit all the homeworks. Once you submit all the homeworks in the last class, we're gonna share the email address where you need to claim your certificate. So once you claim your certificate, you post in the Facebook group as well, and then we're gonna allow you for the IELTS course as well. So thank you for responding. So today's class is all about transformation. So let's start with transformation. Right. So this is you can see the picture. So you are using a smartphone, and is basically a combination of hardware and software, right? So let's say I've got an iPhone, so it's combination of hardware and software. So this is the whole thing is hardware, and we use iOS software, right? So without the software, the phone, it's not going to work without the software. So software is very, very important. So if you consider the whole human body, this is hardware, and here our brain is a software, right? So the whole human being is the combination of hardware and software. If you consider like that way, can you please type in the chat box hardware and software if you understand me? So our whole body is like hardware, and the brain is working like software. So we are the combination of hardware and software. That means human parts and the brain, right? So now you see the human brain is like this, right? So we get a lot of feedback from our students that they say, I'm so sorry, I cannot speak English because it takes a lot of time to translate from my own language to English. For example, from Bengali to English, or from Hindi to English, or from Urdu to English, right? So so this is how you're gonna deliver the sentence. So first of all, you think in your own language. Second step is you translate it. Third step is you deliver the sentence. Did you get me? So usually we try to do it in 3 steps. Number one, we think in English. Number two, we translate number one, we think in our own language. Number two, we translate it into English. Then we deliver English. So these are the 3 steps. So if you'd like to be a fluent speaker, trust me, you got to cut off the translation part. Second step, you got to omit, you got to delete, you need to cut off. Otherwise, you can't be a fluent speaker. So what you need to do, you need to think in English. Think in English. This is very important. Don't think in Bengali, Hindi, or Urdu, then translate. Just straight away, think in English. Type in the chat box if you understand me. Think in English. So from now on, you got to promise that I will think in English. Type in the chat box. I will think in English. Very quickly, type in the chat box, I will think in English. So if you cannot think in English, you can't be a fluent speaker, because what are you gonna do? You're gonna have 3 steps. So you're gonna think in your own language, then you're gonna translate it, then you're gonna deliver. So if you do so, it's gonna slow down your fluency, because you are translating from one language to another. So that's why you got to think in English, right? So once you start thinking English, then you become fluent speaker. You don't have to translate it. So you think, you deliver. You think sentence, you think a language, you deliver, right? So this is how you can speak English fluently. So a second thing I'd like to ask you is, can you think in English? Type in the chat box. Can you think? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. Can you think? Can you think? Type in the chat box. If you can think, please type in the chat box. Yes, I can. Okay, so now how are we gonna practice it? So for example, you are sitting in idle, you don't have anything to do, so you start thinking English. Oh, wow, so I have got a class today, it's class number 8, and I think after that I will practice whatever the homework I'm gonna get. Then I will stand in front of the mirror, then I will think about the topic, then I will ask and answer the questions, and then I'll give a presentation. And once I practice 10 times, then I'll record the video and I will submit to the Facebook group, UK Study Visa. Did you get me? So you got to think in English. So when you are sitting idle, just think in English. Even sometimes, just take a promise that next 7 days, I'll not think in my language. I'll think in English. Just take a challenge. Next 7 days, I'll think in English, right? Type in the chat box. Next 7 days, I will think in English. Just give it a try. Don't think in Bengali. Don't think in Hindi. Don't think in Urdu. Just think in English, right? So when you are sitting idle, or you'd like to do something, think in English. For example, you are in a bus, and bus conductor, he is coming to take the bus fare. So you think in English. Okay, so I'm gonna reach to my wallet, and this is my wallet. Here you go. This is your money. Think in English, then give him money and say, take the money, right? Probably speak in Bengali with the bus conductor, because otherwise he'll not understand. But think in English. So once you start thinking English, you will see 50% of you will love it. You'll enjoy it. You'll say, now I'm not struggling to speak in English because I think and I deliver. I think and I deliver. I think and I deliver. Right. So next 7 days, I'll think in English. Thank you. Thank you for responding. And now a lot of students, they will ask me, sir, I cannot think in English. Right. So here you go. The difference between do you know what's the difference between the brain of human being and animals? So মানুষের brain এবং animal brain এর মধ্যে পার্থক্য কি? Do you know that? What's the difference between human brain and animals? Right. So this is the thing I got from Google. Right. So humans are considered to be the most intelligent living organism on Earth. The most intelligent living organism on Earth. Humans have the ability to think and react to the situation, where animals do not. Human brains is considered large compared to the animal brain. Did you get me? That's the difference. So that means the most intelligent living organism, that means human has got the ability to think and react, right? So you have got the ability to think, but animal, they don't, right? So we are the human being, right? We are the best creator in the world. So we know how to think. And if you know how to think, you know how to think in English as well. So make sure you think in English, right? So can you think in English? Of course you can right now. So today we're gonna go through the structure, right? So this is a structure number 7. Structure number 7 is subject plus will plus verb 1. Type in the chat box. Structure number 7, subject plus will plus verb 1. Quickly type in the chat box. Subject plus will plus verb 1. Subject plus will plus verb 1. So this is the structure for future. And now, dear IELTS candidates, this is very important for you, because the examiner sometimes they ask you some questions using the future tense. For example, what are you going to do in the next year? So have you decided anything that you're going to go for holiday next year, or where will you go for holiday next year? So if they ask you some sort of these questions, you need to follow this structure. Subject plus will plus verb 1. Type in the chat box. Structure number 7 is subject plus will plus verb 1. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, so we know the subjects is I, we, you, they, he, she, it, Tony, right? So these are the subjects, and we're going to put will, then you're going to put verb 1, speak. For example, now I'm going to make a lot of sentences. So I will speak, will speak, you will speak, you will speak, they will speak, he will speak, she will speak, it will speak, Tony will speak, right? So the interesting thing is, in English language, they make contraction to deliver the sentences easily. For example, if I say I will speak, right? So it's difficult to deliver this sentence, but instead of saying that, if I say I will, I'll speak, we will speak, you will speak, you will speak, you will speak, they will speak, they'll speak, he will speak, she will speak, it will speak, Tony will speak, right? So it's called contraction. So I will, I'll, we will, you will, you'll. So this is how we're gonna make contraction, and we're gonna deliver the sentences smoothly, right? So this is how I need to practice. Practice with me, right? Practice after me. So we're gonna make 9 sentences. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Loudly. I'll speak, will speak, you will speak, you will speak, they will speak, he will speak, she will speak, it will speak, Tony will speak, right? So I will, I'll, right? Make short. I'll speak, will speak, you'll speak, you'll speak, they'll speak, he'll speak, she'll speak, it will speak, Tony will speak, right? So type in the chat box, how many sentences have you made? Using this structure, how many sentences have you made? Type in the chat box very quickly, I'd like to see. Okay, now I'm gonna change the verb. So instead of speak, I'm gonna say practice, Practice, practice. So now we're gonna make a lot of sentences using practice. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. I'll practice, will practice, you'll practice, you'll practice, they'll practice, he'll practice, she'll practice, it will practice, Tony will practice, right? So thank you for responding. So now using the practice, now this is the challenge. You need to give me 9 sentences using one breath. 9 sentences using one breath. Ready? So give a try using the practice. Practice দিয়ে আমাকে 9টা sentence বলতে হবে, right? Ready? So you speak with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. I'll speak, will speak, you'll speak. Okay, sorry. I'll practice, will practice, you'll practice, you'll practice, they'll practice, he'll practice, she'll practice, it will practice, Tony will practice. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, this is the thing we're gonna use. So now if I ask you, what will you do tomorrow? What will you do tomorrow? Can you please type in the chat box? What's the meaning of this question? What will you do tomorrow? Type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see the meaning of this sentence if you really do understand it. Type in the chat box, what will you do tomorrow? Very quickly, type in the chat box. What's the meaning of this sentence? What will you do tomorrow? Right. So if you ask me these questions, I'll start something like this. Well, I will get up. So subject plus will plus verb on, right? So remember that structure, subject plus will plus verb on. So I will get up early in the morning, then I'll go to washroom, I'll brush my teeth, then I'll come out from the washroom, then I'll go to kitchen and I'll make breakfast for other family members, then I'll get ready for office, then I'll drive down to the office, I'll arrive around 11 o'clock, then I'll start working. Okay, thank you for responding. So yeah, that's right. That's the meaning of this sentence. Thank you, Super Hussain. Thank you, Adnan. Thank you, Mon. Thank you, Superman. Thank you, Mehani. Thank you, Tuhin. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Zashim. Thank you, Ishrajan. Thank you. Thank you for responding, right? So now this is the question. What will you do tomorrow? Now we're going to practice it. Ready? So we're going to start together. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. What will you do tomorrow? Hi everyone, this is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what I will do tomorrow. First of all, I get up early in the morning. Keep speaking with me, right? বলতে থাকেন আমার সাথে. Then I'll go to washroom, then I'll brush my teeth, then I'll make breakfast, and after that I will go to kitchen and I'll have a cup of coffee, then I'll get ready for the office, then I'll go to downstairs and drive down to London, then I'll arrive office around 11 o'clock, then I'll start working. So in the afternoon, I will take a break around 1 o'clock, then I'll take rest for some time, then I'll start working. And again, I'll leave office around 5 o'clock, then I will go to the car, then I'll drive down, I'll return home, and then I'll refresh myself and I'll watch TV for some time. If I haven't got anything to do, then yeah, I will attend the class and I'll finish my homework. So in the evening, I will get together with my family, and then I will take some, take iftar, then I'll take dinner around 11 o'clock. I read some books, and I will chat with my family members, then I'll take a look on tomorrow's plan, then I'll get ready to sleep, and then I'll go to bed. And so right, so this is how you need to answer this question. What will you do tomorrow? Right? So now, thank you for speaking with me. Now I'm gonna ask you, so how many sentences you got to make if I give you this presentation? Type in the chat box. How many sentences can you make if I give you this topic for presentation? What will you do tomorrow? কতগুলো সেন্টেন্স আপনি at least তৈরি করতে পারবেন? Type in the chat box very quickly. How many sentences? How many sentences can you make if I give you this presentation for tomorrow? Okay, Sifar Hussain said 30, Adnan said 30, Mustafa said 30. Thank you for responding. So 30 plus, yeah, that's right. Now you can make a lot of sentences. You can give a presentation, right? So now, who are struggling with fluency? Can you remember? I told you the prescription of having your fluency naturally. So you got to practice 4 questions. How many questions? Please type in the chat box. If you'd like to speak English fluently, if you'd like to improve your fluency, if you'd like to speak naturally with confidence in English, so you got to have 4 medicines, right? 4 drugs, 4 tablets. Number 1, that was, okay, basically 4 questions. Number 1 was, what do you do every day? Number 2 was, what does your favorite person do every day? Number 3 was, what did you do yesterday? And number 4 was, what will you do tomorrow? So if you practice these 4 questions every single day for next 30 days, you will get your fluency. I'm giving you a guarantee. We have got so many students, thousands of students. They gave the feedback that I had a lot of issues with my fluency. I didn't know how to speak. When I get the topic, I didn't have any clue how to get the ideas and all that stuff. And once I started speaking, the sentence is not making here. I cannot deliver within short period of time. And then I said, okay, I know you are sick. That's why you came to language hospital, right? So the prescription I'm giving you is 4 medicines. Number 1 is you need to practice these 4 questions. Number 1 is, what do you do every day? Number 2 is, what does your favorite person do every day? Number 3 is, what did you do yesterday? Number 4 is, what will you do tomorrow? So if you practice these 4 questions every single day for next 30 days, number 1, you're gonna get your fluency, right? Type in chat box fluency. Number 2 is, you will not make any mistakes in terms of grammar. Type in the chat box grammar. And number 3, you're gonna get a flow to deliver your sentences smoothly, because you practice with a flow, with smoothness, so you can deliver easily. So 3 benefits you're gonna get out of it. Number 1 is fluency. You're gonna improve your fluency. Number 2 is, you will correct your grammar, because most of the students, they make a lot of mistakes regarding the tense. And number 3 is, you're gonna get your confidence. You're gonna get a flow to speak English, right? So these are the 3 benefits you're gonna get if you practice these 4 questions for next 30 days, right? So how many of you would like to practice these 4 questions from now on, next 30 days, 3 times in a day? 3 times in a day. Type in the chat box, next 30 days, 3 times in a day. So these 4 questions you got to practice next 30 days, 3 times in a day. Type in the chat box. কয়বার আপনাদেরকে এই 4টা কোশ্চেন প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে এবং কতদিন পর্যন্ত? Type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see. So you got to practice this next 30 days, 3 times in a day. So in the morning when you get up, right? You don't need book even. So just lying on the bed, you can practice it. Okay, the first question is, what I'm gonna do, what I do every day. Hi everyone, this is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what I do every day. First of all, I get up early in the morning, then I go to washroom, I take brush and paste, then I brush my teeth, Next question is, what does your favorite person do every day? Hi everyone, my name is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you what does my favorite person do every day. My favorite person is my mom. She gets up early in the morning, she goes to washroom, she takes brush and paste, then she brushes her teeth, Next question is, what I did yesterday. So I got up early in the morning, then I went to washroom, then I took brush and teeth and brushed my teeth, then I went to kitchen, I made breakfast for my kids, right? And what will you do tomorrow? Hi everyone, this is Habib. Today I'd like to share with you that tomorrow it's gonna be a busy day. I'll get up early in the morning at 5 o'clock, then I'll pray my Fajr prayer, then I'll take my Sehri, then I'll go back to bed again for a nap for 2 hours, then I'll get ready to go to office, and after that, I will, right? So this is how you need to practice next 30 days, 3 times in a day, right? 3 times in a day. So I'm gonna giving you the recorded guarantee, right? So I'm giving you the guarantee, I'm giving you the promise, here is recorded. So if you practice these 4 questions next 30 days 3 times in a day, you will be fine with your fluency, with your grammar, and with the flow of your sentences. So some of the students, they struggle a lot. They say, sir, I know how to make the sentences, right? I know the vocabulary, but well, I'm trying to speak English, it doesn't come through my mouth. And this is the medicine for you. Make sure you take this medicine every single day for next 30 days, 3 times in a day. So what I try to make you understand, I think you did, right? So if you understood the whole thing, please type in the chat box understood. So if you understood the whole thing, like you're getting 4 questions, what do you need to do? What are the 4 questions you need to practice? Why are you going to practice it? And what's the benefit you're going to get? Please type in chat box understood. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to see your comment. Type in the chat box understood. Very quickly, type in chat box understood. So this is the structure number 7, subject plus will plus verb 1, right? So it's structure number 8, how to ask question. Can you remember? So the structure would be will plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Please type in the chat box. Will plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Type in the chat box very quickly. Will plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Okay, Jasmine said didn't understand. Okay, Jasmine. So let me speak in Bengali. যদি আপনি ফ্লুয়েন্সি নিয়ে সমস্যা থাকে আপনি যদি সেন্টেন্স মেকিং এ সমস্যা থাকে আপনার যদি কনফিডেন্সের অভাব থাকে স্পিকিং ইংলিশের ব্যাপারে প্রেজেন্টেশনের ব্যাপারে দেন আপনাকে এই 4টা কোশ্চেন প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে যে 4টা কোশ্চেনের নাম বললাম সো what I do every day, what does my favorite person do every day, what I did yesterday, and what will I do tomorrow. এই 4টা কোশ্চেন আপনাকে নেক্সট 30 days 3 বার করে প্রতিদিন প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, right? So আপনি যখন এই 4টা কোশ্চেন নেক্সট 30 days প্র্যাকটিস করবেন you will see আপনার আর কোনো সমস্যা নেই. Got it? So now if you understood, please type in the chat box understood. Okay, so this is the 8th structure. Structure number 8 is will plus subject plus verb 1. Okay, thank you for responding. Now we're going to practice this structure and you know it very well because we are following the same structure, right? So will plus subject plus verb 1. Now we're going to make some sentences. So following this structure, this is how I need to make sentences. So will I understand? Will we understand? Will you understand? Will you understand? Will they understand? Will he understand? Will she understand? Will it understand? Will Tony understand, right? So past tense এবং future tense এর বেলায় s নিয়ে আপনাকে চিন্তা করতে হবে না, শুধু চিন্তা করতে হবে কি প্রেজেন্ট ফর্মের সময়। আর দ্যাটস ওয়াই একটা হোমওয়ার্ক আপনি প্র্যাকটিস করেছেন what does your favorite person do every day, right? So আপনি যদি সেটা প্র্যাকটিস করে থাকেন তাহলে I think you are clear. So now we're gonna make this structure and we're gonna practice it. So practice with me. আমার সাথে একটু প্র্যাকটিস করেন। Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Will I understand? Will he understand? Will you understand? Will you understand? Will they understand? Will he understand? Will she understand? Will it understand? Will Tony understand? Right. So now we're gonna go one more time. So make sure this time you give me 9 sentences using one breath. 9টা sentence দিবেন এক নিঃশ্বাসে। Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Will I understand? Will you understand? Will you understand? Will you understand? Will they understand? Will he understand? Will she understand? Will it understand? Will Tony understand? Right. So if you made 9 sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box 9 in 1. 9 in 1. 9 in 1. Right. So type in the box 9 in 1. So now we're gonna practice with this one is think in English, right? So now we're gonna practice with this. So will I think in English? Will you think in English? Will you think in English? Will you think in English? Will they think in English? Will he think in English? Will she think in English? Will it think in English? Will Tony think in English, right? So we're gonna practice with think in English. Ready? Ready? You need to give me 9 sentences in one breath. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Will I think in English? Will he think in English? Will he think in English? Will he think in English? Will they think in English? Will he think in English? Will she think in English? Will he think in English? Will Tony think in English? Right? So now, sometimes you might need to ask negative questions. So if it is negative questions, you should say, okay, in writing, you should say, will you not think in English? But in speaking, you should say, won't you think in English? Won't you think in English? Will not, contraction is won't. Can you please type in the chat box? Will not equals won't. Will not, will not, will plus not equals won't. Will plus not equals won't. W-O-N-T. Okay, so Shishi said, will you repeat the 4 questions again? Okay, sure. The first question is, what do you do every day? Second question is, what does your favorite person do every day? Third question is, what did you do yesterday? And fourth question is, what will you do tomorrow? Right, so will plus not equals won't. Right, thank you. Thank you for responding. So for speaking, you should say, won't I think in English? Won't you we think in English? Won't you think in English? Won't they think in English? Won't he think in English? Won't she think in English? Won't it think in English? Won't Tony think in English, right? So this is how I need to. But in writing, you need to say, will you not think in English? That's the difference between speaking and writing. Right, so now we're going to practice with this. Speak in English. Ready? 3. So you need to give me 9 sentences using speak in English. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Will I speak in English? Will we speak in English? Will you speak in English? Will you speak English? Will they speak in English? Will he speak in English? Will she speak in English? Will it speak English? Will Tony speak English? Right. So now we're gonna practice this one more time, and this time our challenge is 9 sentences in one breath. Right? Ready? 9 sentences in one breath. Right. So ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Will I speak in English? Will you speak English? Will you speak in English? Will you speak in English? Will they speak in English? Will he speak in English? Will she speak in English? Will it speak in English? Will Tony speak in English? Right. So keep practicing it until you cannot deliver 9 sentences in one breath. Right. So just think about this. While you are speaking in English with someone else, you don't have that much time to think and make the sentence and then deliver. Probably by this time, the person will go away. They'll say, okay, so I'll come back to answer it. Think in English and then deliver. Once you make the sentence, come back to me. I'll ask. So ask me the question, I'll answer, right? So there's going to be some sort of insulting. So make sure you practice this structure time and again. Right. So if you made 9 sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box yes. If you couldn't make 9 sentences in one breath, type in the chat box no. I'd like to see how many of you made 9 sentences and how many of you couldn't make it. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, so structure number 8. So now structure number 9. Type in the chat box. Okay. Superman said, okay. Okay, so type in the chat box. Type in the chat box what will be the next structure. So structure number 9. So this is a structure number 8. So using W's question, what would be structure number 9? I'd like to see, because now you are following the same structure. You understand the pattern of making sentences, right? আপনি এখন অবশ্যই জানেন যে কিভাবে সেন্টেন্সের make করতে হয়, তার প্যাটার্নটা কি, right? So just you got to follow the structure. So type in the chat box structure number 9, right? So what would be the structure number 9? Okay, আমি আপনাদের কাছে জানতে চাচ্ছি যে structure number 9 টা কি হবে. So give me the structure. Give me the structure number 9, please. Type in the chat box structure number 9. So using W's questions, please give me the structure number 9. Excellent, Shurov. So Shurov said W's plus will plus subject plus verb 1. Yeah, that's right. Everyone, can you please type in the chat box? W's plus will plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Type in the chat box very quickly. So this is structure number 9. So if you know this 9 structure, you know the language. you know how to make sentences. You know how to deliver the sentences. You know how to ask question. You know how to answer it. So can you remember in the last class, I think third or fourth class, I have told you that communication means, language means communication. Communication means asking and answering. So if you can ask and answer using this 9 structure, you got it. You got it, right? So please type in the chat box WS plus will plus subject plus verb 1. Subject plus will plus. So WS plus will plus subject plus verb 1 plus question mark. Okay, I'd like to see everyone else's comment. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So Himel Shikdar said WS plus will plus subject plus verb 1. Thanks Zahid. Thanks Simon. Thanks Tuhin. Thanks Porna. Thanks Tania Akhtar. Thanks Hina. Thanks Habiba Sultana. Thanks Superman. Thanks Jashim. Thanks Sani Amin. Thank you. So WS plus will plus subject plus verb 1. Okay, so we're gonna practice with this structure. Let's move forward. So how to ask deep questions. So if you follow the structure number 9, that means you know how to ask a deep question. So you're gonna use why. So same way, why will I practice? Why will we practice? Why will you practice? Why will you practice? Why will they practice? Why will he practice? Why will she practice? Why will it practice? Why will Tony practice? Okay, so this is how we need to make sentences. So now practice with me using why. Why দিয়ে আমাকে 9টা sentence বলতে হবে. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Why will I practice? Keep going loudly. Loudly. Yeah, keep going. Why will they practice? Why will he practice? Why will she practice? Why will it practice? Why will Tony practice? Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So how many sentences you made? Type in the chat box. Is it 9? Is it 8? Is it 7? Type in the chat box very quickly. Okay, next question is when. Using when, we're gonna make a lot of sentences. So ready? So practice with me. Repeat after me. When. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. When will I practice? When will you practice? When will you practice? When will you practice? When will they practice? When will he practice? When will she practice? When will it practice? When will Tony practice? Right? Okay, thank you for responding. So everyone is saying 9, 9, 9. Thank you. So now we're gonna practice it how. How, right? Ready? Practice with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. How will I practice? How will you practice? How will you practice? How will they practice? How will he practice? How will she practice? How will it practice? How will Tony practice? Okay. So next is where. 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 So where will I practice? It's the same way. Where will I practice? Where will he practice? Where will you practice? Where will they practice? Where will he practice? Where will he she practice? Where will it practice? Where will Tony practice? Okay. Next is which language. Last one is which language. So practice with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. So which language will I practice? Which language will you practice? Which language will you practice? Which language will you will they practice? Which language will he practice? Which language will she practice? Which language will it practice? Which language will Tony practice? Now STUDY, study abroad. Type in the chat box if you know the meaning of abroad. Type in the chat box if you know the meaning of abroad. Very quickly type in the chat box. আপনি যদি abroad এর meaning জেনে থাকেন chat box এ comment করে জানান. So now I'll ask you a question, you need to answer me. Now I'll ask you a question, you need to answer me. So will you study abroad? Type in the chat box. What should be your answer? Will you study abroad? Will you study abroad? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's right. So it means overseas, it means another country, it means foreign country. That's right. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Right. So now the first question is, will you study abroad? আপনি কি বিদেশে পড়াশোনা করবেন? Type in the chat box. So for the sake of practicing, say yes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Next question is, why will you study abroad? Why? Give me the answer. Why will you study abroad? Give me the full sentence. I will study abroad because I will study abroad because da, 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 da. Give me the answer. Why will you study abroad? Why? Why will you study abroad? Why will you study abroad? Why? Give me the reason why. Why will you study abroad? Okay, next question is when. When will you study abroad? When? Is it September session? Is it January session? Is it May session? Is it 2022? Is it 2023? Type in the chat box. I'll let you see your answer. Okay. Why? The second question was, why will you study abroad? Okay, I will study abroad for higher education. Thank you. I will study abroad because it's my dream. Thank you for responding. Yeah, answer me. Why will you study abroad? I'll study abroad because a shine in life. Okay, I'll study abroad because I will do my PhD. Excellent. Thank you for responding. I'll study abroad because I want to achieve good qualifications. Excellent. I'll study abroad because it's my dream. Thank you, Mahani. Mahmudullah Hassan said, I'll study abroad because of, okay, because you need to say a sentence, because I'd like to get higher education, or because of higher education. Okay, Zishan said, I'll study abroad because there are lots of facilities available. So that's why. Okay. I will work abroad. Okay. After my graduation. Okay, got it. Okay, next question is, when will you study abroad? So September 22. Make sure you don't play shortcut, right? Play full. Okay, full sentence dite hobe, right? So when will you study abroad? I'll study abroad in September 2022. Right. So next question is, how will you study abroad? How? I'll study abroad with self-funding, or I'll study abroad with fully funded scholarship. I will study abroad with self-funding, or I will study abroad with fully funded scholarship. Whatever your answer is, type in the chat box. How will you study abroad? কিভাবে আপনি পড়াশোনা করবেন? আমি নিজে টিউশন পে করে অথবা স্কলারশিপ নিয়ে। Okay, so that's the answer. Next question is, where will you study? Where will you study? Is it Europe? Is it America? Where will you study? Where will you study? Where will you study? Type in the chat box. Where? কোথায় আপনি পড়াশোনা করবেন? Where will you study? Okay, so next question is, which course will you study? Okay, now which university will you study? Which university will you study? Type in the chat box very quickly. Which university will you study? Which university will you study? Type in chat box, because you have done the class how to study in the UK, US, and Canada. So already you know which country, which university, which course you're going to study, right? I'll study abroad with fully funded scholarship. Okay, thank you. I'll study abroad, US, I'll study with a scholarship. Okay, thank you for responding. So which university will you study? Thank you for responding. Type in the chat box very quickly. Which university will you study? Okay, so I'll study at Birmingham City University. I'll study at Oxford. I'll study at Cambridge University. I'll study at Hertfordshire University. Whatever your choice, right? So which university will you study? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So now I'll do the reverse engineering, right? I'll say in Bengali, you need to give me the English question, right? So I will say in Bengali, you need to give me the questions in English. So the first question is, আপনি কি শেখান? এটার ইংরেজি কি? So make it in English. So give me a question using you teach, using this structure. So the first question would be, will you teach? Right? Type in the chat box. Will you teach? Okay, still I'm getting a lot of answers. So I'll study at Shian's Return University. Okay, Jishan, thank you. So I'll study abroad for my higher education. I'll study in Cambridge. I'll study at Oxford. Okay, so will you teach? আপনি কি শেখান? Not শেখেন. আপনি কি শেখান? Right? Will you teach? That's the first question. Now the next question. Why? Ask me why. Give me the full sentence. So Habiba say, are you teach? No, it's the wrong sentence. Habiba, you should ask me, will you teach? Will you teach? Right? So this is the second, not second, 8 structure. I'm going back and I'm showing you the same, right? So this is the structure, will plus subject plus verb 1. So will you teach? So using why, ask me another question. Why? No, following this structure. Future, will, why will you teach? Thank you for responding. Can you please type in chat box, why will you teach? Okay, so next question is when. Using when, ask me the question, when. Okay, thank you, Shurab, for responding. Thank you, Jahid, for responding. Jahid, make sure you put a question mark as well, right? Habiba said, why you will teach? No, Habiba, is you haven't done this sequentially. So why will you teach? Why will you teach? So it's WH plus will plus subject plus verb 1. You got to follow this structure. Why will you teach? Right. So next question is when. So using when, ask me another questions, right? So why will you teach? I will teach because it's my passion, it's my profession, I love it, right? So next question is when will you teach, right? And the next one is how will you teach? How will you teach? How will you teach? Okay, so when will you teach? I'll teach every month. I'll teach every day at 9 o'clock in the UK time. Okay, next question is how will you teach? I will teach virtually. I will teach virtually. Next question is where. Using where, give me a question. Where will you teach? Thank you. So I will teach at hassle-free education. And which language will you teach? Right, so which language will you teach? Which language will you teach? I'll teach English language. I'll teach English language. Okay, so let me ask you another questions. I'd like to make sure you understand it, right? So still some of you are struggling. Yeah, so THINK, think in. Okay, the first question is, so right, আপনি কি ইংরেজিতে চিন্তা করবেন? Type in the chat box. What would be English? আপনি কি ইংরেজিতে চিন্তা করবেন? এটার ইংরেজি কি হবে? So ask me a question using you and think in English. Ask me a question using this format. So the first question would be, will you think in English, right? Type in the chat box, everybody. Will you think in English? Will you think in English? Will you think in English? That's right, thank you. So the answer is yes, I will. Yes, I will. Next question is why. Using why, give me another question. Why? Why will you think in English? Thank you, Mahmudullah San. Why will you think in English? Right. Next question is, why will you think in English? Thank you for responding. Next question is, when? When will you think in English? So, why will you think in English? Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Next question is, how? Using how, give me another question. How will you think in English? Okay. So next question is, where? Where will you think in English? Where will you think in English? Very quickly, type in the chat box. And the last question is, which language will you think? Which language will you think? Which language will you think in? Which language will you think in? Right. So now I'll ask you a question, you need to answer me. Now I'll ask you a question, you need to answer me. এখন আমি আপনাদের question করব, আপনারা answer করবেন, right? So first question is, will you think in English? Will you think in English? Type in the chat box very quickly. Thank you for responding. Thank you, Adnan. Thank you, Kul. Thank you, Parvez. Thank you, Naim. Thank you, Shurab. Thank you, Sania. Thank you, Habiba. Thank you, Zashim. Thank you. Thank you for responding. All right. So, question is, will you think in English? Answer would be, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Right? Yes, I will. Next question is, why will you think in English? Give me the answer. Why will you think in English? Why? Why will you think in English? Why will you think in English? Type in the chat box very quickly. Why will you think in English? Next question is, when will you think in English? When? When will you think in English? When? Okay. So Super Hassan said, while you think in English, I'll think in English to improve my fluency. Okay, that's right. Give me the full sentence. I will think in English to improve my fluency. I'll think in English to improve my fluency. Okay, I'll think in English because it's an international language. Okay, I'll think in English. Okay, so next question is, when will you think in English? Okay, answer me. When will you think in English? Okay, so thank you for responding. So answer should be, from now on, I will think in English. From now on, I'll think in English, or I'll think in English all day long. I will think in English all day long, right? Next question is, how will you think in English? How will you think in English? How will you think in English? I'll think in English by thinking, right? I'll think in English by thinking in English. So next question is, where will you think in English? Where? I'll think in English everywhere. I'll think in English in everywhere. So which language will you think in? Which language will you think in? I'll think in English, right? So now I believe that you understood the whole structure. You got grasp of this structure. So now we have finished 9 sentences. Can you imagine? So that was the very fundamental of English language. I know some of you probably know 50%, some of 30%, some of didn't know. Now you knew it. You got the very strong basic in English right now. Now, if you practice it, keep practicing it every single day, you will improve your English. And I gave you everything. I said for fluency, you got to practice 4 questions, and also to improve your 4 skills English, you got to write in English every single day, write your journal. I asked you to buy a diary to write your journal. And for reading, I asked you to read whatever is a storybook, your academic book in English. And for listening, listen to this lecture time and again, because repetition is the mother of all skills. And you can also listen to BBC, listen to CNN, listen to English podcast. You can watch movies, you can watch English in YouTube, right? So this is how. For practicing, you can find a speaking partner here, going to, watching the videos, passing the comment, then after passing 3-4 comments on different videos, then send them a message that, hey, I have watched a video, you are a very serious student, you'd like to improve, and me too, so can I practice with you? And the person will say yes. So this is how speaking, listening, reading, and writing, you got to improve, right? So just if you follow these two or should I say recommendation, just 2 recommendations, 4 questions 3 times in a day for next 30 days, and these 4 skills to make some sort of habit for speaking, for reading, for listening, for writing. So if you make 4 habits, and if you practice these 4 questions, you are done. Your basic is very strong. And once you finish this course, you're gonna get IELTS course as well. And in IELTS class, that's advanced level of English. You will learn more and more, and you'll improve more, right? So how many of you would like to join IELTS course? How many of you would like to join our free IELTS course? Please type in the chat box IELTS. I'm really curious to see still how many of you. But the condition would be you got to come to the class on time every single day, and you got to practice whatever the teacher gives you. And the last thing is you need to submit the homework every single day, right? So if you follow these 3 instructions, that means you'll be eligible to take our free IELTS course, because we don't like to give this opportunity to everyone else, right? So we'd like to make sure the student is serious. They would like to improve their English. They'd like to change their life through education. So that's why we're gonna give this course as a gift for free as well. And it's gonna cost us like probably around 2 lakhs taka, around 2,000 pounds. So I'm gonna invest this 2,000 pounds in yourself, right? So what do you say when someone give you a gift like 2 lakhs? What do you say? Once you receive a gift, what do you say? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see if you really understand what I mean by that. So if you get a gift like 2 lakhs taka, 2,000 pounds gift of IELTS, what do you say? Type in the chat box. That's right. You say thank you. Thank you, Hassle-Free Education team. Right? Thank you. That's what you say. When I get a gift, I always appreciate. Thank you so much for the valuable gift. And I really appreciate that you remember me and you think about me and you send me the gift, right? So always say thank you. Once you appreciate, you get more, right? So can you please type in the chat box? Thank you, Hassle-Free Education team. I'd like to see how many of you are open to give a thank, because some of you, I saw you are so miser, right? You don't like to give thanks. You don't like to help others. So we are here to help you. So all you got to do is you need to help others as well. How are we going to help others? By inviting them. I know you are from different groups, different IELTS group, different what is called a Facebook group. Just if you help like 5 students, I mean, there are a lot of students that are struggling to improve their English in English, is fluency. So just if you ask them that, okay, so you are struggling. I was in the same position. I struggled a lot as well. However, I got invitation by someone and I did a course with Hassle-Free Education. They can help you and they do not charge even a single penny. All you got to do is you got to be serious, you got to be committed, and you can improve in English, right? So if you do so, that means we can help more people. So my personal mission is to help millions of students in my life, right? And you know, the reason is my father was a high school teacher, so he helped so many students in his life to change them in positive way. And some of the students now, one of them is what is called chief of I'm not sure what's the name is, BDR, right? So he's the chief. He's I think brigade major general. So he has got so many students, university teachers, then settled in different countries. So when my dad was alive, I saw there are a lot of students. I mean, still they thought about me, my dad, and sometimes they give me a call and they say, thank you, the things we got from your dad, otherwise we wouldn't be here, right? So now I'd like to beat my dad by helping more people, because he has got a teaching career like the whole life, like 40-45 years. So I'd like to more people, I'd like to help more people, I mean more than my dad did. So that's the competition I'm doing with my dad. So only way I can do that is if you support me, if you ask a lot of people who are struggling in English, if you just invite them, if you talk about hassle-free education in different groups that they are providing free spoken course, free IELTS course, and this is how we can reach out more people, we can teach more people, right? So I need your support, so keep supporting us. We don't need your money. All we need is support. And another way you can invite your friends, just you know, there is a very big difference between telling and showing. Can you please type in chat box? Tell and show. Just type in the chat box. Tell. Okay, show and tell. Show and tell. So, for example, I can tell you a lot of things about the iPhone. It had good features. You know, cameras, good quality cameras, iOS software. That I can talk a lot, but probably you will not understand. But the moment I show you, this is the iPhone, and it has got this amount of megapixel camera, and it works best, easy to use. Once I show you, you understand instantly, right? So the same way. So if you tell your friends that you know, you should do this course, they'll listen to you, but they will not understand. But once you share your presentation to your Facebook, that means you are showing them what you are doing, and they'll come back to you and they'll say, thank you very much for showing that. I'd like to do the same. They will come back to you. So that's why I urge you to share on your Facebook, right? So this is how you're challenging yourself as well. Okay, I'm doing this course and I'll finish it and I will get the certificate and I'll post on my Facebook as well, right? So this is how you are helping yourself. You are boosting your confidence, and also indirectly you are inviting your friends, you are helping your friends indirectly. So that's why I'd like to request you, please share the presentation on your Facebook. So how many of you would like to share the presentation on Facebook? Please type in the chat box share. Type in the chat box share. I'd like to see how many of you would like to share your presentation on your Facebook to show your friends, not tell, so that they can come to you and then ask, so how did you find it? How did you do it? How did you, improve English? So then you're gonna tell them, okay, so this is the thing you can do as I'm doing this, right? So please share the presentation on your Facebook. And also sometimes you can share some of our lectures as well on Facebook, so that they can see it and they can know about the service you are providing for free, right? So I hope you understand the reason. So next thing is okay, so your homework is, what will you do tomorrow? What will you do tomorrow? Right, so that's your next homework. What will you do tomorrow? You need to give a presentation of 30 sentences And I'm telling you, this is very, very important. This is one of the 4 questions. And from now on, just make a routine. Make a routine that every single day, 3 times in a day, I'll practice these 4 questions. It's going to take like 10-15 minutes to practice it. Max 15 minutes. Between 10 and 15 minutes. So if you invest between 10 to 15 minutes in yourself, practicing these 4 questions, you will see that breakthrough. You will see the improvement at the end of this course, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is, you got to follow my instruction as well. So to improve your 4 skills, you need to start writing in English, your journal, your diary, right? So just buy one and start writing what you are doing every single day, right? Next thing is, you should read some books as well. So whatever the book you like, is a story, magazine, newspaper, academic, but it got to be in English. And you got to listen a lot, CNN, BBC, this lecture, English lecture from YouTube. And the last thing is, what is that? You got to have a practicing partner, right? A speaking partner. Once you do that, you're gonna get it, right? So do you have any questions for me? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up, and I will see you tomorrow, because today is the last class of developing your basic in English, right? So from tomorrow, we're gonna learn about nuts and bolts of language. For example, preposition, transformation of sentence like simple, complex, and compound. Then voice, especially passive voice, because in your IELTS task 1, you need to use a lot of passive voice structure. That's how you're gonna get a good grade in your IELTS task 1, right? So, and also you're gonna learn about comparison, because as I told you earlier, that the more structure, the more variation of the structure and expression you can use in your speaking, writing, you're gonna get good score. So the next few classes, there's gonna be all about nuts and bolts, and there's gonna be some sort of advanced English. So make sure you do not miss them. Yeah, and what else I wanted to share is, okay, I think by 2-3 days we're going to announce the date of IELTS class as well, and we'll let you know as well, right? So make sure you invite your friends, your colleagues, your family members, so that they can get benefit out of it. So a lot of people are saying, can I contact you personally? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just +44 743 2089 544 +44 743 2089 544. So I just put my number on chat box. WhatsApp is connected on this number as well, so you can reach out to me on WhatsApp as well, right? So make sure you give a presentation. What will you do tomorrow, right? So how many of you would like to give presentation tomorrow? Please type in the chat box presentation. Type in the chat box presentation. I'd like to see. I'm really curious to know how many of you would like to give a presentation tomorrow. Type in the chat box presentation. Right. And if you have got some sort of questions, I definitely recommend you to talk with our local team, like Dhaka, Sylhet, India, and Pakistan team. But still, I mean, if you are not happy with them, then you can come back to me, right? Anyway, so once you come back to me, I'll refer to them as well. But anyway, I don't mind to talk with you. So type in the chat box presentation if you are willing to give presentation tomorrow, right? So I really, really enjoy your presentation. Every single day you're giving presentation, and you are telling me that you are progressing, you are developing, you are increasing your fluency, right? So you're really awesome. Thank you for joining today, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everyone. I love this. Bye-bye.